let's get into it, yeah. All right, let's recap. A lot of shit.
Yeah. Last session we started off by trying to plan our next confrontation with the gold dragon. But until we had everyone present, we wanted to, avoid getting into a big fight with such an ancient and powerful creature. But we had another amazing opportunity, since we had been climbing the tower so much, to see if Toad, having created a whole new potion, had a even greater chance of communing with this many-eyed entity they encountered before.
Yeah, who we had in the interim learned the name of, Irtash, Eyes of the Barrelos. And Toad and Co.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Toad drank, Co. psychically connected, came with Toad to the dream world to meet Irtash.
Yeah, we learned some.
It was perfectly nice.
Very pleasant.
They had a very psychic presence, and then the difference was the first time that Toad communed with them, or like used the potion of sleep, of the dream potion. Toad didn't make contact this time. Let's see.
Toad was feeling more confident this time after having more information and feeling safe with their friends.
And Irtash explained that they were kindred, or historic kindred of a sort.
Yeah. There were little strings coming out of Toad, connecting to lots of different little people or creatures. One of them being Irtash, one of them being, I don't know, this really far away thing that's moving closer. It seems dangerous, but it's probably fine.
Yeah, it's probably fine.
I wrote down, it wants to bring back subjugation, which of course Toad was like, fuck that.
Yeah.
I don't like that guy. And Irtash was like, hey Toad, we're the same, kind of. What if I hitch a ride inside of your soul to get out of the tower?
It was like, yeah, hell
Toad was
yeah.
like, fuck yeah. Yeah, get in here, buddy.
Yeah, dude.
Get in here. Let's get out of this stupid place.
And then, it's you guys combined. You guys did a fusion, huh? And then there's a big psychic blast of energy that messed up Valerian and Alaric.
And Rick.
And
He
Rick
took
was
damage
there,
too.
That's right.
Yep.
Yep.
That's true.
And then we kind of decided on what we're gonna do. Then we decided that it's not even why even go up to the next floor for the dragon when we could just try to leave, because Irtash kind of made it sound like the power or the beings or whatever them kept him and everyone on the floors in the tower there is the ship or the weapon that was moving towards the tower.
Yeah, some kind of weapon that he said that we needed to fix or repurpose or something in order to release people from the tower. So it seems like the solution to the tower may not be in the tower.
But in the meantime, Toad has gained whole new perspectives and senses from this symbiosis, and I think the plan is that Toad is going to also because re-entering the tower might be more difficult. Altek and Rick traveled back to the Dragonhawk to retrieve Daphne, so that we could make more attempts at climbing up to possibly the observatory beyond the dragon.
Let's not forget, Toad also saw a weird shadow creature attached to Valerian, and they did not like each other, Yurtash and this shadow creature.
Which could be nothing.
Which could mean nothing. Except maybe Valerian and Toad can't hug anymore. They can't dap me up anymore. And that only happened because Toad tried to dap up the shadow creature.
Mm-hmm.
And then another explosion of psychic.
Yeah, and then Valerian almost died.
This keeps happening.
And then
Which is
whenever
probably
Valerian
fine.
was told about it, he started to remember a time back during the war with Rick where they were saved by someone that stopped the necromantic forces they were up against. And favor is owed.
But
We also
Rick,
learned that Irtash is a Quori. The Quori are present on Eberron and Sarlona. And they're from the Dream Plane. Plane of Dreams. And it was implied that Warforged are made from fragments of Quori.
And also,
Well-
Irtash has thousands of souls.
Yes, also, Irtash has so many souls. It's very loud in Toad's head. But they can see so good. And their
Yep.
charisma, way better. Con,
Yep.
a little better.
you're healthier. You can see better. Really, what's the downside?
And also, maybe we shouldn't tell people that Toad has Irtash inside of them. I think we decided.
Yeah, might be something. not
Since
to
we just
bring
got
up.
done getting in trouble.
We don't have to lie. We just don't have to tell anybody.
Yeah, like why would it ever come up? You know?
Yeah, exactly. If someone asks, "Hey Toad, do you have 1,000 souls in you?" I mean, I guess you could tell them then, but
Yeah, but only if it was a very pointed question as
a
such.
very specifically pointed question. Yeah. Gee, Toad, you seem to be acting like you have 1,001 personalities. What's up with that?
So weird that you would ask me that. I'm just a little guy.
Very well. And I believe some of you took a long rest right before you departed. So that makes this campaign day 152. Today's date on Eberron is 14 Nim, 1008 YK. So we can go ahead and start with Altake and Rick. We ended last session with the two of you teleporting onto the Gith Monastery. You boofed correctly onto the ship dock, just next to where the Dragonhawk normally ports. And then you quickly got shoulder tapped by a very grumpy dwarf.
Yeah, fuck
But
that guy.
besides that, it is still morning. And it seems like the Gith Monastery is at its normal hustle and bustle flow. Ships coming in, getting repaired. Cargo being moved in and out by larger ships than yours, smaller ships than yours. Seems like it's, every time you come, it's more of a hustle and bustle of activity. Especially with the increased hostilities with Brayland in the first asteroid chain. But you're not sensing any immediate alarm bells going off. You didn't teleport there into a middle of an attack or anything like that. As everybody takes your inspiration for that lovely recap, what would the two of you like to do?
I believe the plan was why can't I remember his name?
Daphne?
Ethne, yeah, we're grabbing Ethne, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
After you never come with us, and we just teleport out of there.
Well, unfortunately, I need to long rest again, which is
Oh, okay, whatever.
so. In the meantime, I'll take once to do some reading of the. And after reporting and like describing why Ethne needs to, come with us. I'll take in the meantime. We'll be reading up, unless there's a reason to believe that others might know of Irtash or the quarry.
Okay. I'm gonna try to check the journals and small library here at the monastery. Okay,
Yeah.
you can do that. We'll do some rolls in a second. Rick, what would you like to do? And since you have a day to kill, kind of.
Yeah, I'm gonna check on the crew, but I'm also gonna drop off this manuscript to Thora, the spicy manuscript that I found in the library.
Oh, you did in fact find the spicy manuscript. I definitely forgot about that. Yeah, Thora will take that.
I would like to ask Thora to run book club while I'm gone.
Can she use the draft?
You know what? Use your best discretion.
Oh shit!
Book club's gonna change.
Book club's gonna be interesting. We'll see if everyone's here when you get back. Okay, sounds good. I got a plan. Bye. Get out. Get out. Get out.
Okay. Jeez, Louise.
Or it takes her
I'm also gonna just do a
responsibilities
little-
very, very, very heavily.
Good. I also just want to do like a little general check on the crew, how they're doing, how's everyone
Okay,
hanging,
sounds
what
good.
they've been up to. Yeah.
Okay, we'll do a morale thing for you. So let's do Altaic's things first. Let's do an investigation roll. You're specifically looking for anything on Irtash?
I suppose I should start more broadly. They mentioned this location on Eberron, right? Within like the giant territory. This counterpart to the tower of the tower that we're climbing.
Sure. So you want to look into the area where the giants. So you want to almost look into like the giants' home.
Yeah, the
continent?
giants' home, and like there's a mention of like a conflict with them as well. Maybe that would provide more broad insight.
Okay.
Into what took place.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a investigation. Let's. You can either. Yeah, let's just do investigation since you're looking through
Sounds
books.
24, nice.
So, what you find is not as much historical records as you may like. The majority of the manuscripts and tomes here are catered towards warriors and the different types of enemies of the Gith Yankee over the centuries. So the giants aren't a huge entry in here, but it seems as if the Gith Yankee only have data on their specific engagements with giants, and they talk about, combat issues. They talk about how to bring down large creatures, specific elemental weaknesses and elemental strengths, and kind of just facing them in a combat sense. Most of the other creatures have maybe a more in-depth historical piece on them of like the origin or something of that nature. Interestingly enough, giants, the history that they have with them, as written by the Githyanki, is as a disparate conglomeration of sub-races of giants, and not necessarily a established nation or large area where they could claim a domain, if you will. It seems as if the Githyanki encountered the giants after the fall of this age that has been kind of alluded to. So what you're hearing is not a lot about the giant culture and the giant history, because it seems like the Githyanki have a more of a recent history with them.
Gotcha. All right. This isn't the focus of their archives. I'm gonna have to go somewhere with deeper historical archives.
Okay. All right, Rick. Let's get a first make check going here. We haven't done one of those in some time.
Ooh. That's gonna stand.
Okay.
I use an inspiration if I can. I'm not even there.
You're too far away. Yeah, you got
Damn it.
gotta be with the party.
I feel something.
Val's ears start twitching across the stars.
Toad's like yelling at Valerian from across the way. Are you okay?
I don't know what's going on. I just hear voices yelling at me.
Me too.
You hear a pigeon.
Oh, shit.
Okay. Well, you're kind of in and out for the day, and it seems like a lot of the crew is being utilized as extra manpower for the retrofits onto the ship itself. So they seem busy. They don't seem overall... They seem relatively neutral, right? Like, they don't seem like they're in the best of moods. They don't feel like they're in the shithole right now. They're all just kind of in that limbo period.
Yeah.
You get from some of the more open individuals, you get a small sense of anxiety as to, what's coming next based on, the history. There's definitely been some more recent attacks on the ship, so they're a little bit nervous about that. But some of the others seem fine, and your crew seems to be reassuring each other in that world. There may be you're hearing chatter about some folks after the retrofit, potentially stepping off the Dragonhawk to jump onto other ships, flying the Ondair flag. But Chief Gus and your other security crew members are vetting any new applicants, because there have been some applicants to join. So, go ahead and give me a 1d4 to increase the morale, the loyalty score.
Gotcha. Get a big 4 here, boys.
Nothing too crazy.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm editing
Big
on the
one.
sheet. Editing on the sheet now. We're going up to loyalty score 19.
Woohoo.
Mm-hmm. And so we're going to roll that loyalty score at the end of this retrofit, and that's going to dictate how many of your crew members stay and leave. So I'm not going to roll it like 40 times, but it's going to be an overall gauge of, if you roll 19 or less, all of your crew is going to stay. If you roll above that, you're going to lose some of your, known crew that might have some abilities. You might lose some, you might gain some, things of that nature. So, but okay. All right. Let's jump over to the other side of the pond. Let's go to Toad and Val.
Valerian, I have to confess something to you.
Okay.
Okay. So
Wait,
down
okay.
the Warforged
Make sure
on
I
our ship?
understand, I just need to get into the mindset. It's just like these. I need to
I haven't done anything
Okay,
illegal,
Okay. 'Cause I
Yeah.
just thought of one of those things before. I'll just be clear.
It's just some mild smuggling, and
Huh?
Glaive and Locket on
Yeah.
the ship. Well,
I love them.
they, I am trying to help them with their plans to, like, you know how
Like
the Warforged
society
aren't
and stuff.
treated so well other places? And so
Especially
they've
Breland.
talked, yeah, so they've talked about, like, like changing that and stuff. And so anyway, I just don't get mad at me. I was really careful. No one suspects anything. But I asked Roland to make me some sending stones that I could smuggle down to the planet. And then I figured out how to smuggle them down to the planet. But I have to get back to the ship at some point to do that before we leave to go off on our next adventure.
I think Valerian just like has like a really puzzled look on his face. So, sending stones aren't like illegal though.
No, they're not. Thank you for saying that. They're not illegal. And I don't
So
want people to
am I
know
missing
that
it?
I'm sending them down to the planet.
Why not? What does this have
I
to do
don't-
with Glaive and Locket again?
They're, they're trying to, like, help, like, liberate the rest of the Warforged from the oppression that they
Oh.
face in other places.
So they'll. Okay.
So
Okay.
I
I mean, it sounds
Any-
fine. I don't see anything wrong with that.
I
specifically.
agree. I feel like I'm not doing anything wrong, but also I felt bad not having told you, because I don't. Okay, remember when I said I was really careful?
Were you about to say you don't trust me?
Sorry?
Were you about to say you don't trust me?
No. Also,
Oh, okay. I thought you said like we're thinking like I couldn't keep a secret or something.
no, not that. Although now you've got a weird shadow thing on you, and should we be worried about that?
I don't know. I'll be honest with
Okay.
you.
I mean,
I don't know.
I have Eartash inside of me, and Altaic's an
I'll take
aberration.
his- yeah, hosting Alaric's body, and Rick has.
And you know what? Rick is
spiritual
just
friend.
purely good. He's just only pure spiritual goodness.
That's right.
Oh, it's like I can feel him here with us, radiating. That's right energy. Anyway, I felt like I should tell
So just
you
tell me
because
I guess tell me the plan then. Maybe I can help.
what
is?
I think
What's the goal?
I think and correct me if I'm wrong, Chris, but like Glaive and Locket were talking about the Mournland
Mhm.
and like Warforged gathering there.
Mhm.
Okay, so Toad explains that, like, oh yeah, the Warforged are kind of gathering in the Mournland where they can survive and other people can't, and I kind of just it feels important to me to. I know we're up here and we're doing important things, but it feels important there too. And I kind of want to just keep my head connected to it all.
Okay, no, that does make sense. If it's going to be a situation where you're helping, it sounds kind of crazy, but kind of helping a rebellion way.
Well, if you put it that way, it sounds so bad, but
Well,
And
does it sound
liberation.
bad or does it sound? Yeah, I think
liberation from
facilitating
oppression.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, facilitating that at least. I like that, dude. I think that is important. And for Glaive and Locket to be crew members of ours, if that is something that's passionate to them, and that is something that we can, at least at minimum, especially if it's like, if we could start focusing on Breland, with like saying that we're going to take the Warforged that they have, and we can, or try to influence the Warforged that they have. I don't think that we would even have to hide it necessarily from Onder until, it starts affecting Undair
I
people.
I understand your loyalty to Ondair, but I don't know if I feel the same way. I trust you completely, but I don't trust other people to treat my people correctly because so often they don't.
It's true.
And so I just want to start small, and,
Yeah.
and maybe we can get Ondair involved later if it makes sense. But I'm not asking for permission. I'm
Of
already
course.
doing it, and I already got the sending stones made, and I guess I'm just telling you because I didn't want anyone to be like I didn't want Roland to come to you and be like Toad got these sending stones made, and I paid him money so that he wouldn't tell people. I figured that was the right thing to do, and then I also paid other people money to keep other things quiet. But that makes
Okay.
it seem like I did something bad.
Yeah. It does. But listen, I don't think you are doing anything bad, and in fact, I think it's a good cause. And if you don't have the same loyalty to Ondair as I do, at least as much as I do, I think that's fair, considering everything that we war and how you've been treated since born, created, or came to life. But I do believe that Ondair, with you as evidence, does want and would support a healthier relationship with Warforged, in some way at least.
But
So
for how long? Until I worry that while the treaty holds, things are fine. But as we look at going back to war, potentially, who's to say that the Warforged will remain free and not be subjugated again or forced into service
I agree.
by everyone, including Ondair?
Including Ondair. Yeah. I don't disagree. But so I say this. Maybe we can as the starship, star I don't know, as the primary adventurers on behalf of Ondair, we are obviously important to Ondair in some fashion, right? So I would say you continue to do this in secret, as you are, but perhaps maybe you, Glaive, and Locket, or just you, or just them, can start setting up and petitioning the prince. I mean, he's on Zorantir now, but we could start setting up some type of oversight or type of, I don't know, some way to manage the relationship to make sure and enshrine the well-being of Warforged, regardless of their creation, that they should have some type of, they should have the same rights that I would as a royal born.
I appreciate your optimism, and I'm not saying no. I think maybe both things can happen at the same time, like you said.
I agree.
And I just needed to tell someone because, I feel like I've been making a lot of decisions lately, and I kind of almost killed you yesterday. And Irtash almost killed you yesterday. Me, Irtash?
Me, Irtash?
Listen,
Irtash, me?
I see what you're saying, and I appreciate you letting me know. I'm not going to act on anything, obviously. This is all your thing. But I don't disagree that there's. And I say this with apparently a hand on my shoulder, but like us having passengers. I mean, I really didn't even like the sword of the parents at the beginning. Still, the voice still creeps me out. But when he commands me to attack and battle, but
Yes, it's really weird when it commands you to attack in battle.
yeah, it's very strange. But I do think that we need to make decisions. I mean, you said it, right, Toad? Back in it was Eberron, but that we need to make decisions together, otherwise it's fault. And Irritash, I mean, I know that there's a connection with him, and you've made the decision to accept him and take on the risk and the responsibility of that and what that brings. But just make sure that whenever you make decisions, like the one with the sending stones and Irritash even, you calculate the risk of who else has a potential to be. Because I'll tell you, if something does happen, let's say Onder is absolutely not thrilled about the smuggling, the first person they look at is not you, it's Roland. And it's the people that helped get the sending stones to where they are. And with Irritash, the souls and things, I don't know. I don't think any of us know what that is, what that means, who the entity is. But I trust it as I trust you, because you made the decision. But I just challenge you to, see if there's a way that you can do things that you want to do in the open. Does that make sense?
I get what you're saying. I will admit I don't really like being secretive. I don't know that I'm very good at it. And
You're pretty good at it.
I mean, thank you. It's only because I have so much money that I was able to bribe people. That was the right thing to do, right? To bribe people?
Yeah, I think you're trying to do something secretive, and you don't want to just use the innate power that you have as an officer of the ship. You want to give them incentive to actually keep quiet. I think that's a good idea.
Okay, great. Thank you. I feel better about that now, because because I just feel like Rick would be like, you shouldn't bribe people. Yeah.
Well, he charges people to get healed, so like, who's really?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The church is corrupt, right? Like we're in agreement on this.
Of course, I didn't think that the sovereign host was that bad, but if that's how the
250 gold for 20 hit
obviously
points.
the
I think it was
tradition.
crazy.
Yeah, it's insane.
Okay.
Did you hear that there's like a tithe as well? Like every month you have to pay a subscription fee. It's crazy.
Oh, like monthly dues?
Yeah,
that's
monthly
crazy.
Healing dues. Yeah.
Do you think Rick's not going to make us start paying dues? And
Rick might not, but the Sword of the Parents might.
that's true. I wonder how much of the sword was glowing too, so the sword was very good. Also, it seems like, but I don't know. Everything looks really crazy now because I can just see through walls and stuff.
That is insane. Yeah, that's insane.
Like, you see
Listen.
this building over here? Is the fort, Khomad? I can see
Yeah?
through the walls when I get close.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Jubithex is combing his hair right now.
Please just whenever we're back on the ship, just don't look around.
I feel like I will only see Chewingas everywhere.
Yeah, you will. They have multiplied beyond what you think is even possible. If I'm honest, I think that the ship is more Chewingas than wood.
I kind of wish I could see myself with my new sight.
Maybe try a mirror. I don't know.
Do you think they have any mirrors here? Should we go ask Jubithex? He was combing his hair earlier, so surely they have a mirror.
Maybe. The water.
they
You can
eat
try
it?
the water.
True. Oh, I can just.
Listen, Toad, I just want to say I appreciate you letting me know, and above the Dragon Hawk, above everything else, you and I especially, but I would say this for most officers, if not most people on our ship, you are my friends, and I don't want to I don't want anything to happen to you outside of my responsibilities as captain. I think you are doing the right thing, letting me and everyone else eventually, hopefully, yeah, I think this is good.
Yeah, I feel like Altaic would be fine with it. He'd probably be excited about the prospect of like doing something against the rules and a new experience for him, and I think he'd
with
really
me-
like it.
With me and Rick, we've been around for a lot longer,
Yeah.
So I think that we think in longevity, and you and Alaric kind of think of things in like sorry, I'll take you and I'll take think of things in like a this then that, not like A B C D E F G, which is okay,
Yes.
and I think it's actually a really good thing. But I just don't want the long-term consequences to come knocking.
No, you're right. I don't know how long I'm gonna live for. So maybe I should think of things in more. Well, but I think
Maybe it's forever.
the liberation. Oh God, that sounds. I'd have to watch everyone I know die.
Okay, well, you meet a lot of new people too.
And I have to watch them die too.
Yeah, true.
But
Just
I
recycle.
think I was thinking long term when I was thinking like I want to make sure that the Warforged are free forever.
No, that goal long term, I completely 100% wholeheartedly agree. The methods that we get there though is is where the consequences might start.
You would never let them force me to go back to war, would you?
I think Valerian just like maybe sighs a little bit. Of course not. I would rather take our ship and fly wherever we want to go than, if I'm honest, any of us go back to war. Hopefully, these little missions that we're set on as an assassination ship now, these are things meant to help prevent another conflict from going out. But I think it'll be different this time, if it does. Now, I can't stop us getting into a fight. I'm sure Braylon's hunting us down at this moment. But war is different. I think you and I both know that. And if there's a war that breaks out, I think I won't make anyone that doesn't want to go. If I have to go back to Onder with an empty ship myself, I will.
No, we would just become pirates, I think. I like that plan better. Yes. We'd ask Zephyr for advice.
Yeah,
He's
because
been
he
there
would know.
before.
He would know.
Yes, yeah. Okay, thank you for talking to me. I feel better having confessed. Not that I don't think I did anything wrong, but I guess not telling you about it just felt weird because I do trust you, and I trust
I think
you
for any of us,
more
I think
than
we all have a lot of skills, and I think that we can help you.
Well, I now I have to figure out who on the planet to give the sending stone to. I was thinking I would ask the university for help. Maybe they might know some people some Warforged who are like notorious or well known for.
Yeah, that's interesting. Let's think about that. Let's think of some names, and we'll tap Rick and I'll take to see if they know. Well, Rick more than I'll take, I think, to see if they know anyone that might be a little bit more under the table and a little bit more empathetic to our cause.
Kind of exciting being secretive. Can I be honest? I didn't think I was gonna like it as much as I do, but I don't like it makes me feel anxious and weird and nervous, but it's cool and I'm sneaky.
Yeah, I mean, I've looked at the queen with a fake last name, knowing that I'm directly related to her, and I know the feeling. Nerve-wracking.
Wow. You would get my vote for king. I know it's not how it works, but that's what I would vote for you.
Well, thank you.
I hope they come back with Ethne soon. I kind of want to spend the time meditating with Irtash while you guys are in the tower. So
I'll go hang out with Jupatex. I want to see what they've been up to.
I'll stay out here. I would give you a handshake or a hug or something. I'm just afraid of touching you. So
Come here, Toad. I'll reach my hand out to dap her up or dap them up.
Toad goes to dap Valerian up and hopefully not kill him.
All right, I need sleight of hand checks. Sleight of hand checks.
Gotta trick the hand.
You gotta
Yeah.
get within 5.
It has to be good, please. Oh, natural 20.
No, oh no.
That's a natural
I'm
20.
not
You gotta
gonna
get
roll
within
that
5.
good.
It's about how close you are.
No.
Dap. Valerian's.
Wait. I'll use one of my inspiration. I'm not gonna hold on. Okay, hold on. There's no reason to just, Okay, hold on.
Let's get aside
Here
the
we
fate
go.
of our
15.
campaign.
Oh, even better. Yay!
Swing and a miss. Unfortunately, but neither of you explode.
Toad trips a little. Oh, sorry. There's so many souls inside of my brain. It's so loud in here.
I'll just pat Toad on the shoulder. Good talk.
I think it is like Valerian is like so flawless and fluid with it, and Toad just looks like
just trips on
Goes
themselves.
for the handshake at first, then has to change to the dap up, but then you think you're going back to the handshake. It's just
Toad
just a
goes
bad
in for a
time.
hug when you go in for a dap, and they're like,
Yeah.
ooh,
Ooh.
awkward.
Let's get a little pat in the back, and then Valerian walks away.
Lord Ricoeur, I'm glad I caught you. Kayla de Jarasco, Rick, comes down the aisle. We have been blessed. I'm glad I caught you before you have left again. Onatar and Alandra and Oren have blessed our house with knowledge. There is new products we wish for you, myself included. We wish for us to push to the masses. We are revolutionizing healthcare. It is called insurance. Now, stay with me here. Stay with me here. Listen.
I don't know what that word means.
We offer those who require healthcare at a significant amount to pay a monthly stipend to receive a healing at a flat rate, and then when they don't need the healing, we still maintain the resources to turn around and give it to the next person who is also on the plan, who needs it at that moment. It's ingenious. Anyways, the head household has asked us to push this policy onto any who so wish. The first 100 signups that you can get receive significant discounts for lifetime. Hopefully, we can flip them to be more expedient customers to push the word onto everyone else. We're specifically targeting adventurers first, considering how often they are injured, but then we're pushing it towards more of the elderly population since they typically have more money. And so Kayla just keeps droning on and on and on and on and on about this. What's Rick's reaction to this?
I think he'll tolerate it. He's like nodding. He's like, but he's looking for a way out.
Give me a persuasion or deception check.
Gotcha. Either one I pick is
Blind.
Kidoki. Blind GM roll. Wish I had that extra charisma that Toad has now.
Okay.
Yay, +1.
You smile and wave. Give 7. Damn, that's crazies.
Yeah. Whoa. It's such a wow.
Anyways, here's the paperwork for the contract. Should you find any that are interested, I'd love it if you could get a few on the ship since you're going out everywhere. I'm planning on pushing that here in the monastery. And if you could push this when you get to Olaroon to start up the healing house, I would be most gracious. If we can get a ambassador there, it would be excellent as well. I know you have someone on your ship that may be able to do that. Anyways, I'm pressed for time. I've got meetings with some of the higher individuals, including maybe Prince Adala will sign up. Anyways, I must go, but I'm glad I caught you. Best of luck. Report back to me if you get any signups, and we can file their paperwork back with the head of House Jarasco back on Eberron. Sound good?
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. Have a good day, Lord. And then she skirts off. And you're left with contracts.
Yeah. I gotta maybe find a compost heap to put these in.
They're in a very nature-friendly. There was an incinerator that you know of at one point in time. You could probably sneak back down there.
Yeah. I wonder if Toad has like a way for me to like recycle these.
Toad knows about composting, right? That makes sense. Toad, you would have probably started a compost pile for the garden that you're growing there in the monastery.
For sure. Yeah, Toad for sure set up compost piles like around the garden level of the monastery.
Okay. Well, there you go, Rick. You're able to find yourself a compost pile to discreetly shuffle those papers in. All right.
I'll tear them up first. I'll shred them because you gotta make sure that's like good compost.
Good guy, Rick. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Anything else any of you want to do before we long rest and teleport back with Efni?
Yeah, read the tome of leadership.
You sure can. I think that it would probably have only taken you about half the day. You teleported in the morning, so I will give you 8 hours. I will give you 8 hours.
8 out of 48.
Mm-hmm.
Could I try to meditate with Eartash to try to make the voices a little less loud in my head?
You can. Yeah. So what's going to happen is right now, and I think we might have let that slip last session, right now it is incredibly hard for you to sleep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so we should actually be applying 1 level of exhaustion to you right now. Because, and I forgot to do that at the end of last session. Because I think we long rested, but that was the thing right now is you're currently not able to get restful sleep. So you're taking levels of exhaustion when you push through the night. And it's not every night, but yes, you can spend the night instead of trying to rest, communicating with Eartash, attempting to connect more and understanding some of those psychic mental tricks that Eartash has developed over the centuries and millennia to try to tune out those voices. So this will be done via a roll. You're not going to suffer exhaustion tonight. But every 2 nights that we do long rest, so just write this down somewhere, every 2 nights, so basically every other night you're going to suffer a level of exhaustion, and then the night following you can try to roll to reduce your exhaustion, and we'll see how that goes.
Okay.
So, let's do this as it would normally be Constitution, but I think because you were attempting to use your force of will, I'd like to stick with the charisma-based rolls for Eartash. So let's do a charisma roll, please, not a save.
Oh, how's a natural 1? How's that?
That's a
that
fail.
good?
That is a fail.
That's
a fail.
That means I win?
Yeah.
That is a fail. So your exhaustion does not go away, so you start this day with 1 level of exhaustion.
Okay.
And then tomorrow night when you rest, you will suffer. Actually, let's simplify this. Let's make this easy. We'll just leave it how it is for now. You're at 1 level of exhaustion. Every night going forward, you're going to suffer a level of exhaustion if you roll less than a 10. Every
Okay.
time you roll above a 15, it goes down 2. So it's really how well you roll every night will depend on if you're doing well enough to be fine, and as time goes on, it'll get easier and easier. We'll no longer make these rolls. Okay.
Okie dokie.
All right. Anything else before we teleport Ethne in from anyone? I know Val was hanging out with Jubitex a little bit.
Yeah, I think Val is just talking with Jubitex, and nothing else. I think for Fort Khomad, for the barrack, I want to try to enlarge them or issue an order to enlarge.
Okay. On a bastion style thing? Yeah.
The bastion thing, yeah.
Yeah. So, we'll call that understood, acknowledged. I've got that written down. We'll have it that you are helping, maybe doing some training, some light training tips, maybe handing over some old training manuals for you, maybe some fighting techniques that they can use on junior plasmoids, so that they're not just trying to learn monk styles from Jubitex, because that's really what all Jubitex knows. And that'll be quantified by you getting more warriors on your bastion system.
Yeah, I think Valerian is very like martially skilled and can use most any weapon and has very skillfully. So he is just teaching them what weapon do you want to use, and then we'll use that and show them in a group style basis, small group style basis of like best tactics and shit like that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they haven't really developed any sense of industry right now, but you can give them weapons from Zerantir, from the Gith Monastery. So we'll say that in the abstract, yes, you're outfitting them, you're getting more troops, more things to assist in a scenario where shit hits a fan. Also, Jubitex mentions that the dragon on the asteroid did come and visit some time ago. They forgot to mention it with everything else that was going on.
Yes.
But Towerall the Gentle did sneak by and drop off a metric fuck ton of mushrooms.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dropped a metric fuck ton of mushrooms. Most of them were edible, consumable mushrooms. Some of them made Jubitex and these folks trip balls. But Towerall is seemed healthy, and they asked to be passed along that they're doing well. They are, growing their fields. They are enjoying the peace that they're getting here. And that's really all they just wanted to thank y'all for the efforts to keep Towerall safe. And so now you've got, if you care to take some, there's some trippy magic mushrooms that Jubitex
I will
has.
absolutely take some.
Okay. All right. With that, we will go ahead and long rest.
Oh boy.
If anyone needs to roll anything, I don't really know if we used a lot of abilities, but feel free.
Yeah, Voyager stuff needs to roll.
Oh yeah, there you go.
What the?
You're rolling the hit.
There we go, 6.
You hitting.
So I'll have most of those charges back.
Yep.
Ali, I don't know if you're watching this Mexico-England game, but it is insane.
I have the score up in front of me.
Yeah.
1-2
Been like-
halftime. It's crazy.
It was like England scored, 2 minutes later England scored, 2 minutes later Mexico scored. So yeah, it's been interesting.
Yeah, no goals until like 30 minutes in.
All right. So I hate to be a crappy dude, but it's like 95 degrees in my office right now.
Oh no!
Wow.
And I am getting overheated in here.
I bet you are.
Yeah, so if it's okay with everyone tonight, we'll have this just be a short session. We'll pick right back up next week, tackling the tower. But I am cooking up here, and I'm going to be miserable if I stay up here for another 2 hours. So I'm literally cooking.
I mean,
So
Yeah, it's
God.
bad for your computer too, so it makes sense.
Yeah, God, and the swamp cooler's crapping out on me. It's just blowing hot air at me. So,
Awful.
yeah, I think I'm gonna call it tonight. Glad the foundry. I'm gonna end this recording.